Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode. It's another week of
Another
this
week.
From breakdown, this From discussion. We got my co-host over here, the one and only Tamon Kane in the building, the
What's
Scream
up,
King himself.
everybody?
How
How
you
we
feeling tonight,
doing? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm
man?
excited.
Yeah, man. It's that time. Things is kicking up a notch.
hmm
Um, it's definitely looking like it may be a little explosive, as far as the finale. If only they could have kept that energy, throughout the
Throughout.
throughout the
Please.
beginning. But we happy we here. It is what it is.
Yeah, we're happy we're here, and we got renewed for season 3. So
Yes, yes. Shout out season 3. We'll definitely be checking that out. Got some people in the chat.
oh,
Hey Kira, it's getting hot in here. Yes,
it's
yes,
getting hot.
yes, it is. Jaleesa, hey Miss Taylor. We got Michael in the building.
Right.
Greetings. We got Shasha in the building. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Got Mika in the building. They up in the momentum. Yes, Mika. Yes.
Slightly.
You know, it's been It's been a long time coming.
We've been fighting this whole season, but not fighting at all.
Yeah, we've been fighting. It feel like I don't know. It felt like we was building some stuff up, and they just kept trying to throw like questions at us, just unanswered questions. I'm like, give me some answers. Give me some answers.
I don't know what they're throwing at us, but they're definitely not throwing us any answers. I know that.
Yeah. And I'm also glad that more people are watching the show. We're starting to get a little bit momentum. Like I love going on not Instagram, Twitter, and looking up the hashtag, Fromally, and then just seeing what other people are talking about and their theories and stuff like that. Which is one theory that I wanted to
Yeah.
bring to you, that Elgin is the son of Ellis and Fatima. That's a theory that somebody threw in there.
Listen, that would just.
Yeah,
This is crazy.
yeah.
This is crazy. This episode, I enjoyed this episode. No, it's not. It wasn't like my favorite episode, but it was still really good. It had a good balance of information and storytelling that I thought was great.
Yes.
Jade was phenomenal per usual.
Oh
King
yeah,
Jade,
Jay's performance. We always gotta show love. Gotta show
you got.
love.
You know what it is. So Jade was great. He yanked up Victor.
Yeah, I was like, hold up, because I was over there cooking and watching the show, and I had to pause what I was doing, when he was addressing, because I felt like in that moment, Jade was our voice. Jade was the voice of the people in that
Mhm.
moment.
I tell you, Jade for mayor, he is the voice of the people. And when he
Yes.
yanked him, Victor, I was like, finally, somebody did something.
Yeah, he was like, you can't. He was basically like, you can't just be around here, talking in riddles and doing this and doing that. Like you gotta like, come on now.
Yeah,
We in a
do something.
situation.
Help us.
Yeah, we in a situation. Help us. Help me. Help you.
Yeah, help me. Support me.
Uh huh. We got we got Mika. She said Jade was going ham on Victor. Tabitha had to bring him together.
Tabitha, you interrupted at the wrong time. Even though she did get some additional information from Victor that we didn't care. We didn't know about. And I don't know if I really care that he had a sister unless she's still alive, but I don't care. Don't spoiler alert. Don't care.
We got a Black Horror Survivor in the building. What's up, Tommy? Thank you for stopping by
Thank
tonight,
you.
man.
Thank you.
Thank you for stopping by. But the like I was on Twitter and I saw before I saw the episode, I saw Michael, he had said, from just gagged us, and I was like, oh shit, I gotta let me turn this on. Let me turn this on. And I gotta say, that Randall scene, yeah, Kira said Randall must go. Rogue as fuck, kidnapping Donna. Jim
I'm
can
mad that
go.
Donna let Randall take her.
I feel like, because you know what, when he was talking some sense at first I was like, you know what, I don't trust this motherfucker. But when he was talking some sense, I was like, well, maybe this is his arc, this is his turn, maybe. And when I saw it, I was just like, really,
I
really.
smelled bullshit from the beginning. I felt like he was putting on a performance, and Donna knew it too. She was like, "All right, bro, we can talk for a little bit." But apparently, he bust upside the head and tied her ass to a tree.
And I feel like it's no coming back from that, like, because
Yeah.
in certain circumstances, I'm like, all right, a character can grow, they can learn their lesson, they can overcome whatever demons or traumas they had in the past, and they can grow to become just the man or woman that they're meant to be.
Yes.
But in this instance, it's just like, damn, dog, like you threw out all, you just had all my theories thrown out, and you pretty much, for me, just signed your death certificate.
I think so
It-
too. I don't know how he can recover from betraying Donna. And so whatever, because I don't remember what time it was when she was tied to the tree, but I assume he's tying her up to the tree to see how the beast react to her and sort of see them and see if they actually kill her, which hopefully Jim doesn't allow that to happen. So I feel like he's gonna probably die soon.
and I think it was Mika who said Jim can go too,
Yeah.
because no, it was Kara. Kara said Jim can go too. Because I feel like his reaction wasn't violent enough. I'm like, bro, like, you've been talking to this guy, he's been an asshole or whatever. So at this point, use an enabler. You ain't an ally. Use a damn enabler over there.
Yeah.
Just sitting letting things happen, and you wasn't shocked or tackling this man when you saw this happen, or you didn't draw your gun, you
Boyd
know
would have pulled his gun out immediately.
off the rip, boy would have, no questions asked, he would have got that, especially season one, boy. Now season two, he might get a little leeway, but season one, boy, like,
Nah, it's not
just
happening.
wait, crazy, you know. Uh, Michael says it explains why he doesn't want to talk about things or even remember. Yeah.
Does it though? I'm sorry. I don't have any room for Victor. Jay should have drug his ass down the street. I have no room for Victor and his trauma. And I get it. You came out, your sister was dead too.
Yeah.
And that I'm not taking that lightly by any means. However, it's probably been 100 years, and you should be able to help these new group of people. What I thought was interesting about Victor was that he's like, "This is my home." Don't like it. Don't like it at all.
I mean, he's
I
a
mean, to be
character.
fair, it's true, but it's
I mean, I mean, it's sort of true, but he's a wild card. So, I feel like he's going to, as much as, even if you try and trust Victor, like, there's going to be an element that you can't trust him. There's going to be an element, because I know some people, they're still going up for him, so.
don't trust Victor.
And Michael says, now look, I was going to have a colony house session with Randall, but now he's dead to me.
He's not only he's real dead. He's dead, dead.
And Mika says, no Tyrone, bullshit all the way from Randall. Damn. I was the only one who was maybe I'm gullible. I was the only one who was just like, all right, here's his arc. You know, if I would have been tied up to the tree, I would have been like, oh yeah, Rand.
You definitely you definitely would have been tied up to the tree for sure. All right, I believe you a little bit. A little bit.
Yeah. The Kira says, I knew he was being manipulative when his attitude shifted. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It got a little wild. Shasha said, I never trusted Randall ever since he overreacted to Elgin getting sick on the bus.
Not his first 30 seconds.
And the Mika says, yes, he stayed giving off bad vibes. Kara says, huge red flag. He's lost. He's a lost cause. And I'm calling it either him or Jim won't make it. I don't think Donna will die. Yeah, honestly, like Donna dying is one of those, like, it would be one of those kills that would like shift the show to me. Like, you know, sometimes when a motherfucker die in a show and you're just like, damn, do I want to watch this anymore? Like, what do y'all either y'all get it together with the action or you save Donna. You can't have both, because if you kill off Donna, like who's going to replace that energy?
I think it's too. I mean, Bacta could, but I just think it's too soon to kill Donna. Like, you don't kill major players like that until like the final season, the season before the final season.
Yeah.
And like it has to be very intentional because you want the dynamic to shift. However, since the seasons are changing and apparently Ethan gets a new coat this episode, which is a nice flannel coat. Thank you, Victor. And Fatima's pregnant and the trees are moving again and there's, things are changing. So maybe this whole season is about the change of this new world and just change overall. Because now that I think about it, maybe all of the characters have changed or grown in some type of way.
Yeah, to an extent. I think some people's like their narratives have like flipped around, a little bit, and we're starting to get a little bit more backstory, but I still feel as though like there's a lot left to be unsaid. Like I hope, since it is renewed for season 3, I hope they dive deeper into some of the bus characters. Like if you're not going to kill them off, but like we said, we got two episodes left, so it could just be bloody massacre, and it could just, who knows.
I wanted the wedding to sort of be like the culmination of this season, but we have 2 episodes remaining and we have to wrap up whatever's going on in this fucking woods with Donna, Boyd, and Randall. No one has started decorating. There hasn't been a menu plan. We don't know what's going on with this wedding. So I don't know if we're going to get it at the end.
Well, that's an interesting point. Like we might not even get a wedding. We might just get like, someone officiating, or let's say if Fatima dies or gets killed, like we might get a scene with Boyd officiating for her and Ellis, but she's in the grave. Like that'd be sad. That'd be
super sad.
Yeah. I mean, but shit, they got to bring out some emotions.
It's time for bloodshed. That's what I got for you. It's time for people to die. I don't know.
You ready for it to turn up?
It's time for the turn up. Like this is enough.
Yeah.
And no cap, this has been like a very slow burn of a season.
Yeah.
Normally your second seasons are supposed to be amped up higher. We already have a bigger cast, so that's there. More bloodshed. Nah, I don't know if we're there yet. But there's nothing that in the plot that has just been groundbreaking that made me like, oh shit. But that's not fair. Besides the belly of the beast.
Okay.
That's probably the most that we've gained from this season.
I see what you mean. You mean. It definitely, like I feel like if you're gonna give us a lot of unanswered questions, you gotta turn up the action a little bit. You gotta turn up the action just a little bit. We got Shasta. She says, I agree with Kira. Jim thinks he's smarter than he really is. Yes, yes. Jim needs to get it together. I just I was indifferent about Jim, from the beginning, but at this point I'm just like, you're becoming disposable right now, man.
But yeah, he is actually because he hasn't. As an actor, I'm trying to think if I read the script and what my role is this season, would I be satisfied if I was Jim? And I probably wouldn't be satisfied because he hasn't done anything
Yeah.
at all this season, besides the first episode when he was trapped under the house. But other than that, he hasn't had any type of nothing this season. He hasn't grown. He's definitely haven't grown. He's definitely the same.
Yeah.
He hasn't had any episodes where he was really a part of anything, and he hasn't been a part of any action, any groundbreaking discoveries. So maybe this time, maybe this
Yeah.
time.
It's time. It's
And
time.
we were messaging earlier, and I was like, half the cast can go at this point. And
Pretty much.
I mean, Tabitha is I said this in the beginning of when we started doing a review that Tabitha was going to prove her worth, and she's coming to be a better character this season.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, most definitely. Most
Yeah.
definitely. And I'm glad, but I also I'm shocked when people say, just kill off half the cast. I'm always shocked. I'm like, maybe half the bus. I guess for me, I just want more drama, and it may be because like growing up, I was around my grandmother a lot, and she would watch a lot of soap operas. So I'm like,
Mhm.
give me the soap opera, give me the give me the drama, give me the dialogue, give me Victor showing us Victor, like Shasha said last episode, show us Victor, not really being what all he seems to be.
When we first started talking about moles and sleeper agents or whatever, he was one of the
Mhm.
names that I mentioned, him and Tion. And when Victor said, this is my home, on one hand of it, he's absolutely correct because
Yeah.
he's been there most of his life. He doesn't have any family, blah, blah, blah. But it almost felt protective of the space that he's living in. He doesn't want to
Yes.
fucking leave. But
Yes.
I get that too. Like, if he leaves, where would he go? What would he do? Who would he be?
Yeah. Well, that is a big question, especially because he's been there so long,
Hmm.
and he's been operating a certain way so long. So it's like you're caught in that like arrested development phase.
Hmm.
So
He's
it's
like,
like what do you do?
because remember, he was like, the internet is real. Like, yes, Victor, the internet definitely exists, and he's definitely not gonna want to leave. So at the end of this, I can see him sacrificing himself, and he stays there, and everybody else gets out. I don't know, but Victor doesn't feel safe.
Yeah, yeah. And he's definitely irritating a lot of people, this season.
He should have
He's
been tied up to the tree instead of not.
then it wouldn't have hit as hard. I
No,
would
I
have been
wouldn't.
like,
Not
okay,
at all.
but Donna tied him like, no, no. Y'all listening, y'all know Donna's a favorite. So y'all know Colony House will crumble.
Crumble is a very hard word to use. I would say we would have to pivot and make an adjustment to losing Donna. But we have
What?
we would have to pivot. We have great leadership and training such as Ellis and Fatima, and yeah, that's who we have at this current time at Colony House that could sort of rise to the occasion if Donna is unalive.
The parents,
The
I
the,
get it.
the soon to be parents, if they are alive, if they make it through this.
Mm-mm-mm. We got Mika. She says that's what he's going to do if the monsters attack Donna to see if she's in on it. Hmm. That's
Randall's in on it. He's coming in there. He's asking all the questions that all of us are asking. He was like, if someone lives here, I mean, if we're in an experiment, who's in on it that's here? You are Randall. It's you.
it's always a Randall. It's
It's
always a
always a Randall.
Randall.
Yes, it's always a Randall.
Akira says it's the only home Victor has known. True, true. What does he have to return to? Mika says, yes, because he has been there since he was a kid. So he's used to it. Who is he going home to? Facts. Facts.
He probably be in an insane asylum.
Yeah, yeah. And then Shasha says they need to talk to Victor as if he was still a 9-year-old
You
because
know
he is
what?
stunted.
You know what 9 years old respond to? Getting that ass beat. So that's what Victor needs. He needs Tabitha to put him over her knee and spank the shit out of him so he can talk.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh well, I
Seriously.
mean, listen, they need you on the writing staff, man, because you would definitely.
If I was on the writing staff, I don't even know who would be alive at this point.
Yeah, yeah. That's the. She said, if Victor is for real and not Kaiser Sosing. Yeah.
Right. He's the one who's behind this whole experiment.
Yeah. Kara says, I literally said I wouldn't watch it if Donna died. That's how I feel. Like I feel like they would have to really, really take the story in a great direction if Donna died for me. Like I just don't know. I just feel like they would have to it would kind of turn me off a little bit because it's like, all right, who is left? Who's left? Who's the strong character? Because it's
I don't
Jade.
want to have to say I don't have to say who I think will be a great person to take charge if Donna would leave. But I hear y'all. If Donna was to die, I just hate when shows do that so soon, especially because they're established, right? From is
Yeah,
established, but it's not established. I think it needs
exactly.
some more time before you kill a heavy hitter. That's like killing Boyd. Literally, it's just like killing Boyd.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, what do we do from there?
Here says there's not enough characters with whom we've developed enough rapport. Yes, I totally agree.
Exactly.
I totally agree. I feel the same about Boyd, liking Tabitha a bit more. Jade. Yes.
Yes,
Jade
yes.
love is
Jade
real.
Nation, raise up. Jade
Okay.
Vermeil.
I'm calling it. Ellis will be killed off. He didn't get a chance to share. He's having a child with his dad, foreshadowing. Ooh.
Classic writing. Classic. Like, oh, I'll tell you later. That's just someone said that's just like I'll be right back. It is. It is.
Damn. Damn. We'll see. I mean, we'll see. It would make sense. It would be classic writing, you know.
Don't take Ellis.
Mika says, I think Ellis would die, especially after his talk with Boyd. Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
they make up? Do they feel like more of like father and son now? Because that's when you really know one of them is not going to make it.
Yeah, I feel like they haven't like made up 100%. Like it's still gonna hurt if Ellis dies, but I feel like they're on the right path to where it would hurt. Yeah, it would definitely hurt because they were on the right path, So boy would be like, damn, before I got a chance to 100% mend with my son, this shit happens,
That will make me sad. That's all I will say. If Ellis leaves out of here, I'm going to be upset.
Yeah. What's good, Germs? Germs says, I hate avoiding these lives because I'm not caught up. We
This
love
is
you too, Germs. We love you too.
aw.
You gotta get on it, man. You gotta get on it. Especially, before season 3 start,
Mm-hmm.
hopefully this ends with a bang. And, we get an amazing season 3, So Mika says, I'm loving Tabitha right now.
Thank you. I just want to say the characters that people slept on from season 1, like Tabitha and Jade, they're turning around this season.
Yeah.
And I've always liked Jade, but I actually sort of like Jim in season 1, even though he was annoying as fuck. I actually liked his character, but this season I was like, Jim,
Yeah, this season
it's not it.
he's not doing it. He's not
No.
doing it, Kara says, I'm really weighing how long Victor has been there. He's older in his life now. Literally, people are unraveling after a few months, days.
He's crazy. He's been there 40 years at least.
Yeah, because I could only imagine, because it's like if you're in a it's like kind of being like in a prison or something like that. Like if you're locked somewhere and you can't get out. And sometimes like people in Hawaii, they say like they get island fever, because they can't just drive off the island. Like they got to catch a whole flight or a whole boat, to get off the island, and you get island fever. And I'm like, what must the fever feel like when you're trapped in a just like a body of twilight zoneness where you just can't get out and things are being replenished, and
Yes.
you've got these creatures and you've been experiencing that for like 40 years. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, like it's really shocking that he survived this long, right? With the knowledge that he has on how to take care of himself. And that's why it makes me think that whoever's doing this, they must have partnered with him or something, because I don't know. He was the only person alive, I assume, after he came out and he said everyone was dead. Then what did you do? Did you know to go scramble some eggs? Like you couldn't eat peaches all the time. Like what's been happening?
Mm-hmm. And we got Shasha. She says that depends. I have a cousin that would laugh at his mom when she whooped him. Meanwhile, I broke out in hives just from my mother yelling at me. True, true. Everybody's different when it comes
Yeah.
to, like, I remember and that it's funny that I remember this. I was about to get me and my cousin we were about to get a whooping one time for like being too loud in the grocery store or something, so we got home and he was crying, and I wasn't crying. He's like, "How come you ain't crying?" And I'm like, "Dude, I didn't been there, done that."
So I didn't get spankings growing up. I had really real conversations with my parents about what I had, like probably like 2 spankings
Oh wow.
in my life. And so, but my mom had this look, right? That I
Yeah.
understood like what that meant. Like, okay, you need to chill the fuck out. That's what that means. So Victor obviously hasn't had any spankings because he's
Mhm.
not, nothing is registering. But when Tabitha spoke with him, he sort of unpacked what was going on. He took him to his secret trunk with these awful drawings, but he was a child. Um, I don't know. I get they're trying to unpack what happened, his trauma, which I think is a key component of the show. But I just feel like out of a 9 episode season, that we need to move this shit along. Like,
Yeah.
Victor,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah. Speed it up a little bit. Speed it up a little bit.
Yes, this is not Hereditary. Or I mean Midsummer. Speed this shit up.
Yeah, I'm like Hereditary. Well, you know what? Hereditary was a slow burn, but it was a good slow burn.
It
Like
was.
it kept me interested. I gotta rewatch that. That was a good one. Mika, she says, can you imagine before Boyd found those talismans, Victor was having to hide them all the years every day to stay safe? I would go crazy.
It seems impossible for him to be able to do that on his own.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm sick of it.
Yeah, I feel I guess like it's kind of like even like a movie like The Quiet Place, where you're fucked and you just got to operate like this is life now, just how we thought it was going to be with COVID, for a while. Like we were like, all right, well, if things are shut down and it gets, super duper bad, like it don't get me wrong, it's still out there, you still affecting people, but
Yeah.
we didn't know how heavy it was going to be. Like I was, my mind sometimes goes to the worst case scenario. I'm thinking it's going to be something where you cannot go outside at all, and just to think like when you're in that type of situation, or in this situation, and you're living life and it affects, your your decision to have kids, your decision to stick by anybody, like have friendships and all that, because you have connections, then it's more people that you could potentially lose, in certain scenarios and stuff like that, so. And then you got to think about like rations, food and everything like that. Like it's a lot of stuff that could be going on.
Yeah, I get how your mental health in this scenario can be a huge is a huge factor in your
Yes.
survival. And depression is real. We know that from just shit, our normal day in life. But like being
Yes.
in this world, I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine dealing with all the things they're dealing with, and then worrying about, am I going to survive the night? Is the talisman on the wall? Like, do you have any sense of security? And for a lot of people, not having security slash control is a huge trigger. So they will be awful in this place, and I'm one of those people.
Yeah, and like with the alcohol, I couldn't do alcohol every day, but the weed, it's only but so much. It's only but so, it ain't like, you got somebody, it ain't like they got a green room where it's just, puff puff pass and they got bags and bags and bags. It's only but so much. And my anxiety could not take it. I think I would eventually, I would be that old man off in town somewhere, and that nobody would bother, in his little shack, you know, um, just trying to survive.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost only so much weed, but like, I don't want to become one of those people. Like, okay, I'm staying in my room. Let me
Yeah,
know when it's dinner time, and I'm going right back to my room. Let me know when it's smoking time. I'm going right back to my room.
yeah.
We could have a character we've never seen before because you know what? They've been in your room this
Yes.
entire time.
Yes. The character with the stories who could possibly give us some answers.
Exactly. Exactly.
See, I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Um, we got Michael says, good point, Mika. They've only had the safety of the talismans for maybe a year or less. Yes, yes. Kira says, what do you guys think about Jim and Randall questioning Sarah and Sarah wanting to return to the forest? Ooh, ooh. I feel like Sarah, she wanted to I don't know, I feel like she's, being America's most wanted, and the motherfucker you love to hate. I feel like it was only a matter of time before she was gonna want to, go out into the forest and, just be away from, I think it made the decision easy for her, like
I mean,
what
what
do
else
you
she's
think?
gonna do?
Yeah.
No one likes me. Okay. They all want
Mm,
me dead. I might as well go on a mission to figure it out. Now, when she said I'll take a talisman, in my mind, I was like, no, I don't know if you can have a whole talisman for yourself. You can figure it out, but we need all
yeah.
the talismans.
Yeah, I think, like, what, maybe, I mean, do you think it's a possibility that Randall and Sarah might team up?
They would be a
Because
hot
she's being
couple,
pushed.
actually.
Yeah, yeah, because she's being pushed so far away, by everybody, and the tension, and it would be a hard sell. Like, she's a very hard sell to the rest of the
And she's
people.
and she's a little awkward, and awkwardness has its place, of course. But like, she's a little awkward, and when Randall and Jim tried to talk to her, she's like, "What do y'all want? What's happening here?" And they were
Mm.
trying to get answers.
Well, yeah, especially now, and that's why I was like, okay, Randall, stepping it up a little bit, trying to be a contributing, member to this thing,
Yeah,
but
he's not. He's about himself, and what, him and Jim are the same side of a different coin. He's probably what Jim used to be like when he was like a frat boy in college,
ooh, ooh,
because that's
I-
what Jim is for sure.
yeah,
Was rather.
yeah, I could definitely see that. I could definitely, especially before the family and everything like
Yeah,
this.
he was a complete asshole.
Yeah,
And he was
yeah,
intelligent, probably more intelligent than most people he was around. And that's normally the case.
I like it. I like it. Mika said, Donna giving her laundry to sew. That's her use. Yeah, yeah. It was. I mean, I guess everybody needs something to do. Everybody needs like a designated job, like, to do, just so they don't just sit around and get, heavily depressed and stuff like that. So that's why I'm like, you can't kill off Donna. She's not the she's a dictator, not in a bad way though, but she's the designator. She's just like, hey, this is what you're good at. I need you over here. Or I see potential in you, so We got,
He's here for Donna's here for the people. However,
yeah.
that belief in people's gonna get her fucked up because obviously she's already tied up to a tree. So what's next, Donna? I I need you to tighten it up because you can't go nowhere. And if you let Randall take you out, I'm gonna have an attitude.
Yo, Randall, I think I'm not going to say like he's the baddest motherfucker in the colony house or whatever, or in the bus house, wherever he's staying at. But I feel like he, when you get him amped up, like he can definitely be a threat. So I that's why I was mad, but I wasn't like, oh, how'd you let him tie you up? It wasn't like somebody like Kenny. It wasn't like somebody like Kenny, tied him up or whatever. It was Randall. So I'm like, okay, it's I can see. We got a Kira. She said, where did Sarah say her brother picked her up from? I think a sanctuary or something.
An asylum. She's a loon too.
Yeah, yeah.
But she comes across that way. No shade. She does.
Yeah, shit. Well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what that actually, if that has any like bearings on the story.
Yeah.
Hopefully it does. They connect some dots, and it's just not like throwing random trivia out there about these people and shit.
So that's a good point. Like we take a lot of the clues and Easter eggs as a sign of things to come. I hope this isn't one of those shows to where they just have random facts that means absolutely nothing, that leads to absolutely nowhere. Because it to me, and as a writer, everything has to be intentional.
Yes.
And us mentioning Boyd's, Kelly, whatever person who he was in the army with the girl with the pole in her head, that has to be intentional. And bring up the brother and where he picked and telling where everybody was going. Like all the information they're giving us, it should be intentional and not just random ass information.
Yes, I agree. I definitely agree. We got Ivor Trees in the building. Hey, Ivor Trees.
Hey.
Thanks for stopping by. Mika says Victor drawing that lighthouse brought me back to the one Boyd saw out in the forest. It's
Yeah,
going to
good
be
point,
key.
Mika. Absolutely.
Yes, yes. And it's I don't know. It made me think of like how far are they from like a body of water? Because I think we were talking about that before. Like lighthouse near the water, and is this just happening on an island? Like, is this because it looks like from the I guess from like the shots that they take, it just looked like a rural town to me, but I'm like,
Mhm.
are these people on an island? Like, is this what was that show? Harper's Island. I don't know if you saw that,
I love. So thank you for that. That we just bonded that much more because that's one of my favorite slasher TV shows. Katie Cassie was amazing in that. Great chase scene.
Yes.
I love Harper's Island. But you know what? I just looked up and it said that lighthouses have to be between 10 to 30 miles from the ocean, from the water.
Okay.
So that's not that far.
I mean, that's a hike,
I mean, on foot is terrible.
Yeah, I'd have to put on some compression socks, for that walk, for that walk, 30 miles.
I'm
God
gonna need
damn.
Ethan's stick for that little
Yeah.
walking stick he got for that for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a sun visor and all that for that trek,
A chair.
especially with spiders,
I think it is a good idea to take that hike because I think in most stories like this, it always comes to the point where we're like, shit, we've been sitting here for years. We don't know what's out there. Fuck it. Let's
Well,
go.
well, that's the thing. It's like, especially in like zombie movies or like alien invasion movies, and
Mhm.
people are holed up somewhere and they're just like, all right, I can stay in here. You always got that one character who's in there. He's got the cans all over the place. And he's like, yeah, I've been here for 10 years. I haven't left this
Yeah.
room. And then one person is like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm not gonna die in here. And I think it's two types of people. There's motherfuckers that's just like, look, the Wi-Fi is still working, the toilet's still flushing, the cans is still canning.
Get a
I'm
kid.
cool.
Yes.
But it's the other people, you the other type of person who's just like, I got to get the fuck up out of here. It's time for me to go. I can't live my life like this in fear,
I mean, you know what? That's a good point because like quality of life matters, or
Yes.
does just life matters? Like, does it matter that I'm alive, even though I'm eating these canned foods and I've been in this bunker and I've been here for years and I know shit is bad out there. It
Yes.
reminds me, what was that movie? Cloverfield Lane?
Oh yeah, which I loved Cloverfield Lane, and and I know a lot of people loved Cloverfield, the first one, but I just
I
feel like
love that.
Cloverfield Lane was a better, it was a better movie for me. Just because at first I was like, oh, Cloverfield movie, aliens, cool, I know what I'm in for. And then it was like, actually, this might not be about aliens. And the way John Goodman was fucking with her mind, I was just like, he was fucking with my mind too. Like I just loved that I couldn't. And then when the final reveal came out, I was just like, oh fuck, I was fooled.
He got an award for that performance. I'm just trying to remember. Let's see, John Goodman's awards. He didn't get an Oscar, but I think he was at least nominated for something.
He
Um,
should have been. If he wasn't, he should have been.
he was a great villain,
That
and that
that
was
movie.
Cloverfield Lane, right?
Yeah, 10 Cloverfield Lane.
And we're getting a new one too. I'm so excited.
Yeah, they keep trying to do like the multiverse thing with the Cloverfield, and I'm just like, just make it make sense, because we had one in space and it was slow as hell until like the ending scene. I was just like, how come this wasn't in the movie?
Honestly, I didn't watch that one because I heard it was too weird.
Yeah, I mean, you honestly, you didn't miss anything. You could honestly just watch the last 5 minutes, and that's
Can
it's
you just tell me what happens?
just for the well, they go into it's people, it's motherfuckers in space, and then they find out that they are in a different reality, and like the first Cloverfield took place in like a different multiverse or some shit, and then they actually travel into, I think, the multiverse that the original Cloverfield happens, and then you see the big like kaiju Cloverfield monster pop out of the clouds and shit, and that
Oh,
was
we
just
finally
one
get to see
scene.
it.
Yeah, but it was just one scene though.
Oh no, he got a Chainsaw Award for Best Actor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, he deserved it.
he
He
did. He
deserved it.
definitely did.
You know.
I love Cloverfield, the first one. I love the cast. The found footage is always iffy for me, but it was enjoyable. Um, sure, just give us the story. Like we don't really, again, we don't know what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. But Cloverfield is another thing because it's got so much lore that I might actually do a show about that, because it's just got so much lore behind it.
Yeah.
It's a damn rabbit hole. We got Kara. She said maybe why she's sensitive to hearing voices, or a reason to why she's there. Yes, yes. It could be. It could be. I didn't even think about that.
I think
Um,
it's a smart idea for her to go on this quest. Her, Randall, and maybe that's it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So if they don't come back, nobody will miss them probably. So
No, and it'll be great to see them develop their romance, and they come back with a baby too.
Kira says, what do you guys think about everyone who saw the body now being hurt within their dreams as a result? Yeah,
This Nightmare on Elm Street situation we got going on here with the
yeah,
dreams manifesting and leaving bruises and shit. And I was so mad at Kenny. He eventually talked about it, but at first he didn't even mention it. But when he opened his mouth, I was like, thank you. Tell people what's going on. I don't know because Elgin started spitting up water.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny had the burn mark,
Yep.
and who else was affected? Was it Junkie Rogue?
Junkie.
Is she?
I yeah, I think she was. I think she was. But there was I think the last episode we were talking about this, and I mentioned that when Elgin was in the tub and the ghoul started gripping on him or whatever and had the shirt of Fatima, and I was like, okay, well, I was thinking what was the connection there? But then when they explained that it was just a dream or whatever, like it made more sense to me because sometimes in your dream, like you can't really control like what your mind is going to conjure up. So your mind
Mm-hmm.
is grabbing like different things. You might just see in uh, a portrait, and that may be like the only thing that's constant, in your dream and in your reality, and just how certain things are broken up. Like they played with that in that show. I don't know if you watched it, Evil. They play with that on
I know what
that
it is,
show.
but I didn't watch it. I saw the
Yeah,
first episode; it was slow, so I didn't
yeah,
get it.
yeah. It picked up, but it was a wild show. But they played a lot with like dreams and stuff like that, in there. But let's see. Kira says, "What do you guys?" Oh yeah, we already got that one. Shasha says, "I agree. I only like the subway scene in Cloverfield. Cloverfield Lane was much better." Yes,
It was a
yes,
different movie. I love the party scene in the very beginning of Cloverfield when everything started breaking apart.
yeah,
I love the final scene when Lindsay Copeland, Janice Ian from Mean Girls, she
yeah.
exploded. I thought that was dope. Um, I want to see more from that point on. But yeah, I agree. When I finally watched Cloverfield Lane, dope.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing a sequel. And like I said, they're working on like the official third movie and stuff like that. Like I wouldn't mind them doing the found footage thing again, especially because found footage has gotten a lot better, in my
Yeah,
opinion. So yes, for Cloverfield. Shasha says, I think the Hellraiser sequel Cloverfield Paradox, where they take a random script and smack Clover. Yes,
yikes.
facts. Which is never really a good thing. They make a movie and then they just slap, uh, a title on it, and it's like, oh, well, this movie is now a part of this series, which I'm not gonna throw shade to any other movies tonight, but I've there's a lot of them that I've had issues with, especially some recently. So
Such as what?
I don't want to throw no shade towards the Evil Dead Rise, but I don't
Oh,
want to know
I've never seen heard of that movie.
oh, you never
No, I've never heard of a movie where only one floor is impacted and nobody knows what's going on. And demons can drive. I didn't know that. Possessed people can drive to a cabin and become more possessed and hide under a blanket and read a book.
yeah, me neither. We never heard of that movie. We never heard of that movie. I'm sure.
Great
Yeah,
title card.
yeah. So Kira, she says the body changing was interesting as well. They
Yes.
finally burned it. Yes,
It
yes.
looked like it was coming back to life, like regenerating.
Yeah, which started to freak me out because I was like, if they can regenerate, then what exactly was Boyd's, like what exactly was the worms going in there, like what exactly did it do? Did it
Maybe it
just
saved
like
it.
make it sick, or like
Burning it was the best idea. And it took Donna to come in there and say, okay, well, thanks for giving me all the updates. Let's burn this bitch.
mm-hmm,
That
mm-hmm.
skin was fresh. It was fresh.
It definitely was. It was, and I like that they threw that in there.
Yeah.
It added a little for me, it added a little like 80s vibe to it, like 80s, like the thing type vibe to
Oh
it,
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Kudos to them listening to us too. And someone said, "How can we make a weapon?" Last week we all were saying, "Put it on the arrow, put it in the bullets." And I think it was Elgin who said it, maybe, or Kenny. No, Elgin, like dip it, the bullets, make a silver bullet.
yes,
Duh. What else would you do? Why wouldn't you think of that? Why was it so hard to figure that part out?
yes. It's just 1 2 people, 1 2. It's not that hard. Let's get it. Just connect the dots. 1 2, 1 2. Um, we got Kira said, and Donna was livid. Boyd got one more chance to keep it 100 with him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm sick
yeah,
of you not telling me everything.
yeah. I feel like Donna. I don't know. I mean, I do like the fact that people have been talking a little bit more than they were like in the beginning of the season, but I feel like one character just needs to come out and just be like, "Yo, I need to take down everybody's information. What do you know? Get out your little notepad or whatever you're writing on, and just get that like Shasha said last episode, that the weird shit meeting. Get the weird shit meeting.
Please. We've been talking about a town hall meeting for weeks now. Let's get this. The problem is they're going to ask questions they don't have answers to, and that can be uncomfortable. When we start
Yes,
talking about rations and food, then we're going to have to start telling some uncomfortable truths. But we really are here just to figure out who all sees things and experiences things. And it seems like the pool of people is expanding who have these interactions with the supernatural.
yes. Because at first I was like, maybe it's just uh Elgin, and then you start to see like more and more people are sensitive,
Mm-hmm.
to certain things, which is very wild, to see where they might take that. you know uh
Agreed.
Mika says, boy didn't tell Donna about Sarah, and now the body. Yes, I'm still shocked they still had that body in the building. Facts. Michael says they need a black mama in this group.
Bhakta.
I'm for it, but also I feel like, I don't want them to go into the trope of the black woman saving everybody, but I'm like,
Not the magical Negro coming in and fixing everything.
I'm like, it shouldn't be like that all the time, but sometimes you just like, yo, but Michelle Obama, we need you. We
Please get
need
trapped in this
you.
place.
Get in formation. Let's go. Let's go. We need you.
We need Beyonce in here. That would be so funny.
Yes.
Woo.
And then Michael says she'll get everybody together. Yeah, it's definitely a possibility. Bacta, you can a lot of Bacta love tonight. You know, I feel like they need to give her some more lines. Give her some more lines. Like
She has a new outfit. Give her some more lines. Let's go.
if you were a writer on the show, what would you do with Bacta?
Kill her.
Bacta?
Because everybody likes her.
Damn. And she's not as okay, so because I put out, a controversial kill a couple episodes ago, TN, when I threw, TN, because I feel like they need to throw TN in the cage, and lift the cage, well, dunk the cage in like
The
the
pit.
water, a pit of water, halfway. So I don't want to kill her, but halfway, Um, but I feel like she's the heart of the, like, there's pretty much no one. Like, I feel like there's people indifferent about Bacta, but I feel like everybody really loves TN or whatever. So, but if we had TN or Bacta to go, who would you choose, to go?
As a writer on the show, which season are we in? And are we getting renewed? Those are questions
Oh,
first.
okay. So we are on the. You know what? We're on the third season.
Okay.
We're on the third season, and um, ratings are, we got to do something because ratings are not as they were for, like season two. Like season two was the height, but we saw a little bit of dip. Not danger dip, but we saw a little bit of dip, because ain't no action, nobody talking to nobody again, no answers. We
Mm-hmm,
need
mm-hmm,
we need to grip them. We need to grip them by the neck. So
mm-hmm.
what would you what would you do?
I'm saving Tion to the last. It's Bacta. I'm saving Tion to later. Because
Okay.
by this point, Bacta would have had some more character development. I'm not going to kill someone without giving them episodes to develop, because that's the key. That's like one of the formulas. You have to, if a character is present too much, like you watch reality TV show like Top Model or Project Runway or any of those type of shows, or
Yeah, I've seen yours. Yeah,
if they have too many confessionals, they're normally gone. So,
gotcha.
so that's what I would do. Like if I wouldn't just kill someone because they would have to have presence on the show and have scenes. And Tion has had quite a few scenes this season. And since she is already passing on her recipes to Ethan, she's passing on responsibilities to Julie. She's getting, it's like her will and testament. So maybe it should be Tion that tits out of here. But Kenny, it's not just about Tion dying. It's about who she's connected to, which is Kenny, and how that's going to impact his character development, because it's directly linked to that. But
Facts.
to answer your question, it will be Bacta. And if we're in season 3, I would give Bacta some responsibilities. I will make you fall in love with her. I will make her, Donna's best friend, her right hand woman. And then I will kill her like her sister got killed, like Donna's sister got killed.
Damn.
Sorry.
The arc of the magical Negro all over again.
It
But
does happen. It happens. It's a trope. It's a trope, and sometimes tropes are honored.
yeah, true. I mean, it would. I could definitely see, depending on what they gave Bacta to do, like I could definitely see her being like a big one of the favorites.
Yeah, she has that potential written all over her. She's black. She has a sort of attitude. She's trying to adjust, and now it seems like she wants to be present, and she has a voice.
Mm-hmm.
She has a voice because she voiced the concern of the people as it relates to redneck stabber guy, and so she has a voice, and I guess people listen to her. But I really want to see Bacta stick around. If she dies this season, that's gonna hurt my feelings. But that's a good candidate, also.
Okay, just a candidate,
A smidge. Y'all want Ellis to go. Y'all want Fatima to die. Y'all want Jim to die. What about the bus people? They all can go first.
I feel like it's long overdue. It's long overdue. I feel like they're gonna blow the budget on these last two. They're gonna blow the budget. We got Mika says black women do save lives.
And
Yes,
creation. Yeah.
yes, facts. Michael said Tamon.
Nobody asked you.
Michael said TN would have to go because these people don't know Bacta like that. Also, she cooks their food. True.
Anyone can. Oh, I was sorry. Anybody can prepare food. Woo! Anybody can prepare food. I'm sure there's enough people in there who could cook different types of food. She already taught Ethan how to do pancakes.
Well, we'll see. We'll definitely see. We'll definitely see. We definitely gonna see.
Next week is the 18th. That is Ball of Magic Fire. And this says the panic spreads through town as the residents face a chilling new threat to their survival. Jim realizes the magnitude of the mistake he made by enlisting Randall in his cause. The magnitude. of the mistake he made.
So this,
Y'all,
that means that it ain't over. That means that it's just not the situation with Donna. That means that he done, he done pressed the button in the hospital. We had Joker levels.
Oh, I don't know. That's enough to scares me, because when I see the word magnitude, that means that there's compounding things that have led to something huge.
Yes.
And so if Donna dies on this tree, they have some explaining to do. But it didn't say Randall was dead,
No,
and that wouldn't be a big thing if he died, because he should. That's not fair. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's not like a happy thing to say, like, oh, this person deserves to die, but yeah, I feel like, you're gonna fuck it up for everybody, and we're in a situation where we can't have that. So you're making yourself disposable, so it is what it is. Mika said, no, we can't lose Tien. Shasha said that's too much for Kenny. First he loses his dad, then his girl, his mom might break him. Yeah, like, he ain't what's her name?
Sarah.
Shuri. He ain't Shuri out here, losing everybody.
Haven't I given you everything? Right. He's definitely Black Panther.
Damn.
But that's great character development for him, since he's so boring. So that would be like a great character development for Kenny if he lost everything. And then we can have him next season. He's the new baddie.
And he could be. God, make him a little fun. Make him like a Gotham villain. Make him a little fun.
Here's what I find interesting about next week. It says the residents face a chilling new threat to their survival.
You think it's maggots, or the worms, or you think it's like, or locusts?
It could be Randall stealing the damn things, the totems. It could be that. It could be survival creatures. It could be any. It's so cryptic what that could mean. So like, I don't know. Randall is such a great character to have in this season, because he is at the center of a lot of mess. It seems like he's about to be at the center of a lot of mess, based off of this past week's episode, and next week's episode. It feels like he's be a part of mess. I don't know. It would be nice to see a different set of monsters, though.
Well, yeah, if they introduced a new set, it would definitely be dope. It would definitely be dope. But we're talking about like the fact that they're using like a new type of threat and the magnitude of this new type of threat and stuff like that. I'm like, because I would like to see Randall take the talismans and just see how the town would deal with that. And if in that storyline, what if Victor was the one who had to show everybody, because he's like, okay, I've been survived, without talismans. So here's what you got to do. You got to follow my instructions and what I'm about. And then Jade would be his translator, his second in command, just being like, my boy got us over here, whatever. Like the dynamic would flip, the dynamic.
Okay, King Victor. Okay. But you know what? In this past episode, Kenny mentioned like a threat already. He was like, imagine going through this in our dreams too. So not a dream demon, along with actual monsters in the daytime. That is so much. That is just so much. You might as well go out there and look for help at this point.
Yeah. It's getting a little sticky.
It is. It's getting real sticky.
Getting a little sticky outside. Mika says magnitude, yes, because you can't trust unhinged.
Say that. Say that, Mika.
Michael says if they explain it if they explain it at all, they may try to make it seem like she got caught by the creatures. Hmm.
Jim, that is if Donna dies on the tree and Jim writes it off as she was just out there with the creatures, I'm over it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm down with Jim. You
Fuck
know,
Jim and
yeah,
Randall.
y'all can't. I would be highly upset. I would be highly
Yes.
upset. You
We
know.
barely have anything else to hold on to, and you're gonna kill Donna?
Mika said, Jim gonna have to save Donna. Can he do it with his limping self?
You better figure that shit out and go into that damn RV because it's still flipped over from when they first got there. And they're right
Yes.
beside it.
Yes. We got we got Daniel Garcia. Thanks for stopping by. From
Hey,
from is a weird supernatural town. The plague is coming. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like the
Locust, yeah.
yeah, yeah. I think we definitely might see like some elements, of that, sickness in the residents. Yes, I agree. I agree.
That now that's a cool different thing to deal with is like a plague.
Yeah.
That will be different. I mean, the world is changing, and a lot of times when the environment changes, it can produce something that can impact the people that are in that environment. So that too is a strong possibility.
Yes, yes. And Shasha, she says, I think it's the Banshee lady from Elgin's Bath. Could be. I mean, that'd be wild. That'd be wild. I I feel like they need to they need to just give us more action. That's my main thing right now.
Yeah.
I need to see more people getting, if not killed, somebody getting scratched, uh, and changing into one of these things over time.
Ooh. I mean, they
Yeah,
are vampire-ish, so that would be cool.
yeah. I need something. Give me something. We
It's gonna be
last two
Fatima's
episodes.
baby. Fatima's baby is gonna eat their way out of her, and it's gonna grow up overnight.
Yo, or if wouldn't it be wild if the theory was right, like the theory that I brought to you earlier, if Elgin was Fatima and Ellis's son, and Fatima's in labor, and she's trapped under a house or some house, some structure and fell down or some shit, and she's
Mhm.
trapped with Elgin, and he has to deliver himself.
I like it. I like all of it. I like all of that. And I want them to be outside with no talismans. I want all that to be happening. I want
Yes,
her to
yes.
actually be showing next week. Next week, I want her to be 9 months pregnant.
9 months pregnant. Oh,
I
so you
want
want
something like
you want the
that.
baby to drop immediately.
Season one, we need this baby gaga Googling all over the place. But that was just
Which
like, if she woke up pregnant like that, I was like, oh, what's really happening?
So do you think they're gonna like fast forward? Do that means you want them to fast forward the timeline or the time?
I have an issue with people being pregnant in movies, like the whole season or whole movie. I just despise it, especially if it's an actress that I really like. I just don't want to see it. It's because it's sexist to do that, and I think I think it's an issue sometimes where you have this character who's so great, and then they come back. Have you seen what is that movie called? Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, yeah,
Renee. She was Mel Gibson's wife in the movies. And when we first met her, she was kick ass. She was another cop.
yeah.
And she got pregnant and she was like, okay, I'm just a pregnant person. I hate when that happens. So with Fatima, she's great. She's a light, a beam of inspiration. Blah, blah, blah. But when she becomes, I don't want her to be pregnant and useless the whole season. I hate it.
Well, yeah. Like I feel like there is something to be said about like certain representation and stuff like that. But I do feel like sometimes when they do make someone pregnant, depending on the character, it's like, oh damn, like if they weren't, they could have been, a little bit more useful in this scenario,
Mhm.
Spider-Man, which
Yikes. Yikes.
I don't want to spoil it for nobody. It's probably my favorite movie of the year so far. But it yeah, it was I was like interesting choice.
Yeah.
You know. Let's see. They Michael said, and remember that man came out of the house covered in blood, screaming for help. What's up with
Oh
that?
yeah.
Yeah.
Did we find
Yeah.
out what happened?
No, I don't think so. I think that was like the part of the cliffhanger, you know.
Oh,
I'm not necessarily sure, what happened with that. And then I and them damn bugs.
it's too
Yeah.
much. It's too much. Are those?
Renee Russo. Yes, thank you,
Thank you,
Miko.
Renee Russo. That was her. She was
Yes.
kick ass and Lethal Weapon 2. She came back pregnant and they neutered her. And I hate when they do that to actresses. So Fatima, be pregnant at the end of this season, 9 months, give birth next season. You're a fighting ass mom.
Yeah, yeah. They say Shasha, she said sometimes because the actor is pregnant. I think old girl from Succession is really pregnant.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Holly Marie Combs was pregnant the season 6 of Charm, but she still was kick ass.
Oh yeah. It's cool when they make them pregnant and they give them something to do, but I get what you're saying. It's like, all right, just the whole stereotype of barefoot and pregnant and just being
Yes. Pretty Little Liars, the new one that we just came out, which was a great TV show. If no one's watched the new Pretty Little Liars, it's basically an homage to all of our favorite slashers. But the main character, she was pregnant, but she had good chase scenes.
yeah. Yes. Listen, as long as the scenes is up, and
Right.
yeah, as long as the scenes is up, and as long as we get something, we get a nice little something to snack on. Shout out to Succession. I heard a lot of people talking about
Me
that.
too. And I haven't watched it.
Yeah, I haven't jumped into it yet. I might take a week and just dive into that, see what it's about. I
Is it
think I'm a
similar
couple
to
seasons
Ozark?
behind. You know what? I haven't even seen Ozark. Like a lot
Oh,
of people are
Ozark was
talking
great.
about
It's
that.
not
Yeah,
horror, but it was good.
yeah. So I'm like, it's a lot of great TV out there. It's too much shit to watch. It's too much shit to watch.
We need a pandemic so we can actually watch more TV. Let me not say that. I take all of that back.
Yeah, because I'm like, wait a minute. Like I remember when the pandemic first popped off, I played all of Red Dead Redemption 2
Mhm.
in 2 weeks. And that game is long as fuck. So that tells you how long I was sitting on this damn couch, just playing that game.
Yeah.
But that game was long as fuck. But I beat it in like 2 weeks.
Listen, the pandemic gave birth to new entrepreneurs, to new content creators, to all these great things. It was intentional. But
Yes.
we don't have to have it again, though.
Not at all. Kira, she says, I love Pretty Little Liars Original Sin. Our pregnant protagonist was killing it.
Mwah, she was
Yes,
great. She was
yes.
great in everything. She was in uh, The Strangers too, which I didn't like the movie, but she was good in it.
You know what? I didn't like it as much as the first one, but it kind of like grew on me. Like I feel like the scenes were there. It's just the story kind of like, it's just they
Yeah,
could have came with a better story.
that was my issue. But The Strangers, the first one, is like a phenomenal. Yes, Chef's Kiss. It is a phenomenal piece of work. Liv Tyler, you're a monster.
Yes. Yes. It's just it's one of those movies I have to watch when I'm home alone. It's
Oh
just I
yes,
gotta, the lights out, home alone, and
Cabin Trip.
yeah,
Yeah.
wherever my mind goes, it goes. It's The Strangers is one of those movies that, you know, uh make me afraid to take a shower when I'm alone in the house. Because when you got people in the house and you in the shower, you just like, okay, it is you hear sounds or whatever. When you alone, it feels kind of vulnerable. You got that
Yeah.
vulnerability.
Listen, you could be at home alone, and the ice maker start making that ice. That the toilet may start doing its thing. I'm like, oh shit. All those things happen when I'm here watching horror movies. I'm like, oh God. But The Strangers is one of those movies that I would, just like From, actually, I would love to be a part of. Like, that's in front or behind the scenes. Like, it was just phenomenal. And it seems terrifying.
Yes, yes, yes. So we talked a little bit about, the next episode, and just what we think is gonna pop off. So what's your main thing that you're looking for from this next episode?
Blood, death, destruction. I want some people dead. I want heads rolling. I want to see a bloodbath. And I want a painful death that I didn't see coming. And I want to be emotionally impacted by the death. And there's probably a handful of characters, one in particular, that would just probably make me not watch the show anymore if they died. But I want something that's impactful because we have all this assumptions. That's all the season has been, assumptions about things.
Yeah.
But we have nothing concrete. We have no one is dead or unalived. I think that's what we have to say now. No one has been unalived in such a long time, and I don't like it. Yeah. That's what I want to see. I want to see the lore of this world and the story unfold more. I want to have some answers. I want to see this watchtower. And when I say see the watchtower, I don't mean we see it as the season finale closes and the light flashes by in credit. No, I want them to get to it. My hope is that by the end of this, that the only people alive are the people that can fit in the watchtower. That's where next season will take place, the watchtower.
Oh, that'd be interesting because I would imagine Watchtower got some thick glass, especially because it's by the water. So that would be like, that would make for an amazing scene. Actually, the light just flashing and you just see all the motherfuckers outside.
Terrifying.
Yeah, that just gave me chills right there. That just gave me chills.
Yeah, I felt it. What about you?
I think I'm gonna have to. I just want more action. I want more action. There are some people that I wouldn't mind if they killed off, but there's some people that I don't want to get killed off. Like I don't want Donna to get killed off. I feel like it's too early for Kenny to be killed off. I know a lot of people feel how they feel or whatever.
It's okay.
That's how you feel, but and I feel like keep Sarah because it adds an element of maybe she can have a redemption story. Maybe she's a key, or if they do kill her off, like make it like some sort of a sacrificial thing. Like give her her death a cause. Don't just just kill her off and be like, oh, we're tired of her bullshit. Like give her something to do. Give it meaning.
Yeah. Okay, so that was my next question to you. And everyone who's in the audience, please let us know too. Who are like your top 3 or top 5 untouchables for this season?
Oh, untouchables?
Untouchables cannot be killed. They can be hurt, but cannot be killed.
I'm gonna say Donna. I'm gonna say Kenny, because I'm always push for but I'm gonna be fair though, and you might be surprised by this one. I'm gonna say Jade. I'm gonna put Jade in there.
I trust you now.
Because I feel like he's entertaining, he's charming, and they've given him something useful to do, and I know in the comments, like I saw who was it? It was a Kira. She said, you ready if they kill Jade? Gut punch.
Now, Kira, we were better than this.
And then Michael, give Jade a good moment and then kill him off. Like,
remove that comment. I don't want to.
But so what? Who are your top 3? Your untouchables.
My top 3. Number 1.
We know.
Thank you. Jade, can't touch him. Tabitha, can't touch her. And then third would be Donna. I was going between Donna and Elgin, but it's gonna be Donna.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've always liked Tabitha. I gave her a hard time, but I said she would be first episode of this season with you and I said that she would be redeemed, and she's coming around. And her and Jade make a great team. But Jade, Donna, and Tabitha, I would keep them around.
Okay, that's respectable. That's respectable. We got Mika says Boyd, Donna, and Tabitha.
Almost perfect, Mika. Almost perfect.
We got Michael says Donna. That's my only one.
Okay. Michael, I love you, but come on.
Got Kira says Donna, Boyd, and Tabitha.
Almost perfect, Kira.
Okay. The twins got the same selection. Interesting.
Donna and Tabitha seems to be a recurring names. Yeah. I get it.
Kira says Jade gets honorable mentions if I can pick a fourth.
Kira, I love you with my whole heart.
Shasha says Kenny because he needs a hero arc.
That took me.
Boyd and Tien and bus driver lady Bacta because I like her. Yes. I you know what? I get why people would say like Bacta could be expendable, but I feel like I want to see more of her. I do. I want to see more of Bacta.
She deserves.
Yes. So who knows? This is getting a little stressful. These last two episodes going to be stressful. I might have to, that might have to be the first thing I do Sunday morning, just, because I got to see what the folks is talking about. That's going
to be the first thing I do Sunday morning is see what From is going through. Because if nobody's dead, I'm going to let you know in our group chat, like, it's a wrap. They already got renewed, so I can't bitch and complain about that. So congratulations, From. We want to welcome you back for season 3. But babe, come on.
Yeah, give us something.
Please. Something. This is long worse than a slow burn. This is like a fucking, I don't know, but it's getting on my nerves.
This is this is worse than this is worse than a strip club. That's not a non-nude strip club. That's how I feel.
Yeah, like how I feel, a pandemic strip club. Like, here's the glass.
Yeah,
and now you just watch. Like, what?
Yeah, you gotta yeah. It's just we come for what we come for.
Yes,
we come to see you. You gave it to us in episode 1 in season 1. You gave it to us. Keep that energy.
Please.
Because you got the characters. Characters. Because we about to start. We about to write our own fantasy season. If y'all keep playing around,
I'm about to write one on a different town, a neighboring town. It's a town right by the lighthouse that no one talks about.
Yes. That no. Yes. We got Stephanie. She says Boyd, Donna, and Jade.
You understand the assignment, Stephanie?
Thank you, Stephanie. Yes. And Michael says Jade is seeing those symbols, though. He could be a nut.
I'm sorry. Eventually he may be like the guy that was in that picture and flip out and lose his shit. Go all, what is it called? The Shining. We can see that. That would be great. Now, if he dies that way, to kill him after he goes crazy, I approve. I definitely approve. So we know who are our untouchables, but who are our 3 that we would offer up to the writers to say, if you need to make a choice, here are 3 people that you can kill.
Ooh.
Our offerings.
Our
3 offerings. Come on, people in the comments, let us know. So we don't care about Victor? Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm going to say Victor. That's my number 1. I'm going to say Randall. My number 2. And then I'm going to say I feel like for emotion, TN, TN. I know it's controversial. I know a lot of people would not, want her up there, but I'm gonna throw that in there. What about you, man?
Kenny. Uh,
Number one, that's he at the top of your list.
Kenny has had a lot of scenes this season. He is developing slightly this season. He has been emotionally impacted by bringing up his dad, Sarah, being kicked out of his pseudo relationship. He has been through some of those things this season. So it's a great time to say, you know what? You've had a lot of screen time, but it's time for you to go. So Kenny is my first choice. Junkie Rogue is my second choice because she definitely should just go because she's not gonna handle this too well. so Junkie Rogue, Kenny, and I think Jim dying would be a great thing for the family. Yeah.
Sadly, but me too.
Sadly, it'll develop that entire family to a way. It'll grow Ethan up a little bit more. Yeah, that's my 3.
Okay, that's a solid 3. We got Shasha. She says Randall, Ellis, and Jim.
Y'all are so hard on Ellis, but when somebody talk about Kenny, y'all be ready to fight. Ellis' name comes up so much. Lenny Kravitz don't deserve to die.
Well, listen, it's I think people are still upset about Glenn in The Walking Dead. So they see some of Ellis. They're like, he's an innocent kid. He's an innocent kid. He's got something. But he wasn't that annoying, and he wasn't. Well, he wasn't annoying to me in The Walking Dead.
I love Rand. That's not his name.
What? No, his
Glenn.
Yeah, Glenn. Yeah,
I love Glenn.
Yeah, Glenn was, he played the innocent. He played the innocent dude.
He's the deputy.
That's why I can't really compare him to Ellis because Ellis, like, I feel like he just a little too.
He's more like Kenny, and I don't mean that in appearance. I mean that in actually like what he provides to the main protagonist.
You think Ellis is more like Kenny?
No. I think Kenny is more like Glenn, and I don't mean that aesthetically. Okay. I mean that, I mean that based on what he provides.
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
That's why I mentioned Glenn because I'm like what he provides and what he means to the group. It's just Kenny just has that element of annoyance. Where it sometimes people turn on him. We got Mika says Randall, Jim, and Kenny. Interesting.
Yes, Mika.
Interesting. Jim. Throwing Jim in there.
Yeah, we sick of your ass.
Stephanie says
throw the whole family away, Stephanie. Throw them away.
The entire family, damn.
Even little Ethan.
Ugh. Damn. Kira says Randall, Jim, and Marielle, the Junkie Road.
That's a great choice too. All of them can go and I wouldn't feel a thing.
Michael says Ethan, Victor, and Mari.
Okay, Michael, Ethan. He's still on crutches.
Damn, Ethan though.
The average is Junkie Rogue has came up a lot, and so has Ellis. So our average so far is Junkie Rogue and Ellis. We need a third.
See, Shasha says I forgot about Mari. She can go too, along with Randall, Ellis, and Jim.
Damn. Okay, so our top 3 as a group tonight, guys, is Junkie Rogue, Ellis, and Randall.
Yeah. At least we're all in unison of Randall
and Junkie Rogue.
Yeah. But I'm like, damn, I don't know. I feel like just because she a junkie, I hope it's not affecting motherfuckers' decisions. We shouldn't.
No, she's affecting her own decisions. Ellis is useless. He had a broke leg last season and got stabbed this season. At least Kenny stays strapped because it's only 3 guns.
Well, yeah, true. And Kenny did have access to it. Kenny did have access to the armory.
I would love to see Ellis fumbling around trying to figure out the guns. And she's like, just trying to figure out how to use it. But he is an army military brat, so like he should be like kicking ass, jump out of windows, all of that.
That's gonna be his demise. We're gonna see. Damn. So Michael says Ethan represents innocence. Get rid of him.
He's the answer.
He said Ellis is the Dewey of this world.
So he's never dying. Well, Season 5.
Yeah. Which was ridiculous, but it happened. It happened.
He can take a beating.
Stephanie says Ethan in that walking stick. And she agrees with Shasha about Kenny.
Ethan's gonna walk all over this place with that walking stick. He's gonna walk right out of this world with that walking stick. Yes, kill Kenny. We all get it.
Kira says Mari is a liability right now, especially around the meds.
She's trying. She's laid off the morphine, but Junkie Rogue is out of here though.
Well, yeah, I think at a certain time, it's inevitable. Like they're gonna have to get rid of her. It is what it is.
Because we can't lose Christy.
No,
she's the MVP. Now that would hurt if she died, but
yeah,
she's the MVP.
Yeah, but we'll see. It's a lot of things up in the air right now, and where they could choose to go with the show. I just hope I know the last episode is going to be something, but give us that 1-2 punch.
I miss 2-hour finales.
Yeah, like I feel like this easily could be a 2-hour finale. It could be like drop them at the same the same night or the same morning.
Part 2 is the wedding from hell.
Yeah, because that would be awesome actually if they did give us like both episodes in the same day. They were just like, actually, we're giving you 2. We're giving you the finale at this.
Congrats.
But I get it. MGM Plus is like, hey, I need that check.
You're not gonna free 7-day us. We know y'all switching emails out there. We know it.
Yeah, that's why Showtime. I'm doing that. What's that 7-day trial or whatever the hell? So I could watch season 2 of Yellow Jackets. And Z-Way. Even though they canceled Z-Way, fuck
they canceled what?
Z-Way.
Oh, I thought you meant they canceled Yellow Jackets. I was about to
show. No, that would be outrageous if they canceled Yellow Jackets.
Huge mistake. However, Christina Ricci has spoke out against some things about season 2 that I can't tell you because you haven't watched it.
Well, she's been. I just love that she's back in the mix. Like she's been having an awesome run. Especially with her role in Wednesday.
Oh, yes.
And she was Jenna, she was speaking on it. She was saying that they're going to be less about her love interest and leaning more into the horror for season 2. Which, I'm like, let's get it.
Thank you.
Because these however many love triangle 4 whatever the fuck it was getting annoying. I'm like, all you niggas could get the fuck out of here.
High school ass students need to be focused on what's going on.
And then one of them ended up being the
villain.
Yeah, in real life.
I heard about that. Listen, Christina Ricci, if you're watching, make sure that you pitch the idea of a Cursed 2. We would love to see you back. Werewolf movies are great.
Yes.
Stay in horror.
Yes. Shout out to werewolf movies. Werewolf movies are great.
Yeah, please. We need more of that.
Kira says, no, not Christy. Michael said Christy would be a god death. It would force Mari to get it.
It's either going to make Junkie Rogue. It's either going to make Junkie Rogue turn up on this morphine even more, or she's going to sober up.
Yeah. Yeah. Says we can't lose Christy, then we definitely will need Mari. Need some medical expertise.
You never know. Maybe Tion is also a doctor.
Shit, you never know. Cause you never know. And Kara says Yellow Jacket is written to be able to do 5 seasons. The creator said, "We shall see."
That
But
is
yeah,
wonderful. Another slow
yes,
burn.
yes. You know, but yeah, it's been another breakdown. Another awesome breakdown with
Oh
my
yeah.
with my brother over here. Mr. Tamon Kane. In the building. Author, entrepreneur, podcaster, just
Hey,
just just that guy. He is him. Just
hey.
that guy. He is him. Thank you again, for chopping it up about the show. And yeah, we'll see you guys next Wednesday, for episode 9. We
Ball of
want
magic fire.
Yes. We want to thank y'all for stopping by, to tonight, chopping it up with us, Lady Shasha, Michael, Jaleesa, Kira, Mika, thank y'all for stopping by. Tommy, Germs, thank you for stopping by. Always appreciate, the love, everybody. Ivor Trees, thank you for stopping by. If I missed you, my apologies. Skimming through everything, Daniel Garcia, thank you for stopping by. Stephanie, thank you for stopping by. Everybody, thank y'all for showing love. Yeah, that's been another week. You got anything to say, co-host? To the people before
I
we,
just have to say that thank you all for coming out every single week, chatting it up about From, getting this out there. Keep sharing, keep liking, find other people like us who love this series and point them to our
Yes,
direction. We want this to be amazing. We want From to continue to be amazing. And for any of the From MGM team, if you guys need us to come and, cover an episode on MGM,
yes,
just reach
yeah,
out to us. We're here.
yeah.
But Tyrone, thank you so much for creating this space. You are like the horror Oprah Winfrey. You are you are always out here finding opportunities, interviewing people, and creating this cool platform to talk about this TV show. Thank you so much. And that's all I have to say. It's 9:40 my time. So it's time to wind it down, and you know what that means.
Yes,
So
yes, most definitely,
yeah,
most
yours.
definitely, yes. And as always, everybody, it's peace, love, and horror, and we out of here.